Welcome back to our podcast, episode 3. This is
Talking on Edge.
Yes, welcome back. And we just wanted to tell you guys again, thank you so much for listening to listening to us on Spotify. Thank you so much for taking the time out to DM us. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Welcome all of those who are new here. Welcome. Don't forget to like the video, share out the video, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. Oh my God, I'm like tongue tied. We're gonna jump right into it. Jeez, Layla. Anyways, let's get into it. So first thing, what do you want to talk about, girl?
I quickly want to discuss the TikTok music ban for people under a certain amount of followers.
Oh, is it only applied to people who have a certain amount of followers on where? TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for everybody.
No. Because like the popular artists the popular creators can use it. Basically, creators under like a certain amount of followers, I'm not sure how much, they can't use artists like The Weeknd, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande, Adele, like famous artists like that. They can't use their trending songs or at all. And so that kind of takes a toll on creators because like when you think of famous TikTokers, they've started based off doing, a dance based off a song from a famous artist, like one of those. And without that music, it's kind of hard to select songs for the TikTok you want to create.
Why do you think they did that, though?
I don't know. Maybe a copyright issue, or I'm not sure. Because, like, that's a popular way to get views and, like, create income for people who want to become influencers.
Yeah, but here's the thing about TikTok, which I don't really care for anyways. I think it's a good platform to engage with people, but I don't really care for TikTok only because I think for those who live in certain countries like Canada, it's not worth your while because you can put up a video and have up to 8 million views, and you can have as many followers as you want, and you won't get monetized. You won't reap the benefits of what a lot of TikTok creators are benefiting when they live in like the United States and stuff like that. They're making money off of being an influencer on TikTok, but in Canada you don't get monetized. So
yeah, but TikTok, even if you're in certain places like Canada, it creates popularity. So even those people who have a lot of followers in Canada in certain places and they don't get money from TikTok, they can create new platforms where they can get money, like Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, that's true too. But
or promote businesses.
If you really think about it, does it really affect you? I don't know why they did it. I guess, like you said, it's probably a copyright issue, but it doesn't really affect you, though, if you really think about it. Because you just need to come out... I just think you just need to come out with new content that maybe doesn't... You're not relying on music to make it a great video. I think you could maybe say something or, do other things that are more... that you're not relying on the trending music.
Okay, but... trending music, it's a great way for like people to watch TikToks and like be engaged with the video. It's a lot different than listening to someone talk about something for like up to 10 minutes than listening to a song for up to 2 minutes. And like, for example, art TikToks, you don't see anybody using their voice like much on their art TikToks. They use popular songs, so without those, their videos are kind of bland.
I also think, though, this is a good lesson for you, too, to realize that things are always changing. All these platforms are always changing rules. You just have to know how to adjust. When they change the rules, you have to learn how to, okay, this is the new rules. This is what we have to follow. This is how we do it. Yeah, it's always changing. It's going to phase out soon, TikTok is just a phase right now. Everybody's hype on TikTok, just like how it used to be with Facebook. Back in the day, Facebook was one of the biggest things. Now you don't really hear people talking about Facebook. There was a time they were talking about Instagram was a big thing. People don't really care anymore. Just like Snapchat. That used to be big too. You don't really now TikTok is a thing, but it's not going to be that a thing soon, you know?
Yeah.
So you just have to roll with the punches, and if they don't want no music, you just have to figure out a way to work around that. Yeah. That's just my opinion on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So another thing I wanted to jump into, you know, this show is they started a new season of Love is Blind, and we've been diving into that, and they've uploaded some new episodes. We got to get into the recap of Love is Blind. What is going on with these couples, Layla?
I have no idea.
OMG. Listen, we talked about this already in our last podcast, and we said the same thing, that is love really blind? Some of these couples are really proving that that's not the case. So let's dive into one of the first couples. Let's talk about, for example, so Chelsea and Jimmy. So first of all, Chelsea and Jimmy, we know that they were in the pods. Jimmy was very indecisive between Chelsea and Jessica, right? Mm-hmm. So he didn't remember, guys. He doesn't know what these two ladies look like. So he's just going off of their conversations. And what was coming across in the pods to Jimmy was that Jessica was a very headstrong woman. She said what she felt. She knows what she wants. And she just literally she's just very strong. Chelsea, to me, was just go with the flow. Even with she was also in a triangle, because she was also talking to Travis or Trevor. Is it Trevor or Travis? One of the two, his name. Anyways, and as soon as Jimmy said to her, I decided to go with you, she just like, oh my God, I can't believe this guy chose me, you know? And right away, and she had a better connection, in my opinion, with the other guy. She chose wrong too. I think they both chose wrong. Now they're in a predicament where words are powerful. And I think Chelsea needs to understand that what she did in the pods, when she told Jimmy that people compare her to, is it Megan Fox? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Megan Fox was a huge mistake. Because, which is not wrong, because I mean there are a lot of people that look like a celebrity, but the problem is men are visual creatures. Now in his mind, when those doors opened for the big reveal, who do you think he was looking for? A girl that looked like who?
Megan Fox.
Yeah, he wanted a girl that stepped out looking like Megan Fox. So I think it took him 10 steps back. So in his mind, he's probably like, wait, she's all right, but she's definitely no Megan Fox. And I'm wondering now what this other girl, Jessica, looks like. And the truth of the matter is, Layla, Jessica is one of those pretty girls.
Yeah.
She is pretty. So, and I think that when he does, actually, in the latest episode, he did actually get to see her in an Instagram. He went to her Instagram page. So he does know what Jessica looks like now. And he realizes they're in two different leagues. I think he's more attracted to Jessica. So I think in a way, Jimmy's trying to sabotage his relationship by creating arguments. And he even called Chelsea, he called her clingy.
She kind of is kind of clingy.
She's very clingy. I find she's very clingy, but I think she's trying to, because she feels insecure, because she does know what Jessica looks like, I think she's trying to overcompensate. So in my opinion, do I think this couple's gonna make it? Absolutely not. What do you think?
I also think they're not gonna make it based off what I've seen.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make it. There's too much going on, too much moving parts there. And as long as Chelsea stays with Jimmy, he's going to always be wondering with Jessica, what if? And she's going to be always wondering if he's ever going to cheat with Jessica. So I don't think he'll ever work. So next couple let's dive into is Clay and AD. Ooh. All right. So, what do you think about AD? Do you think she's a pretty girl?
Yeah, she's like a strong black woman, but she's also very pretty.
Yeah. I think she's very pretty. But I'm telling you the problem I find with AD. I think AD, she leads with her sexuality. So she leads with the fact that, okay, I'm a cute girl. I have a great body. But when all those eyelashes come off, Layla, and the makeup, she's not really like, she's attractive. But when you scale her back, it's not like she's like a wow factor. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you didn't really have that amazing body, would you be that? How would you look to Clay in his eyes? Yeah. She does do a lot with the makeup, right? It does a lot for her. But when you scale back, it's like, So I do believe she leads with her sexuality, which is not a good thing for her because
I feel like makeup should be an enhancer and not a changer. It should enhance like your favorite parts of your face, like whether that's your eyebrows, your eyes, and like that's what mascara and eyebrow pencils are for. But it shouldn't change your look to the point where without it you can't like see yourself in the mirror and be happy with yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't find her that confident without, all that makeup, and I just see an empty shell, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
To me, Clay is a walking red flag. He, as he says it, his father was not a great example to him. He's never, and he included celebrities in that, which was funny. But anyways, he said that he's never seen of a male around him that's ever been faithful. So to me, cheating is a choice.
Yeah.
Right? If you're gonna cheat, you're just gonna cheat. It's a choice you make. So I believe that he is letting her know indirectly. He's saying to her, don't get your hopes up too high. Because that's what I'm hearing when he keeps putting that out there, right?
He's basically saying don't get your hopes up because it might not last long.
It might not last long because I've never seen anybody be faithful, so how can I? That's what I'm hearing him say. And he's also talking about, they had an issue with their work schedule, and both of them, it's hard for them to make time for one another. But trust me, when a man wants to make time for you, he will make time for you. And he's not willing to even adjust his schedule. He can't even see her point of why that's important to make time, Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's going to really, if I had to give my honest opinion, if I think they will last, another couple, I don't think will last. You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Who's our next couple Johnny and Amy? I mean, sweet couple. I find they're very simple.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah, I think they're very simple. I think they have great communication. He was very, harping on that he really would like to experience a first argument with her before they come to decision day, which I think is quite silly, because I don't think you need to have a big argument to prove anything, because
I think he just wants to see how she'll react in tough situations.
But most people in tough situations, or when you're angry, you say the wrong thing. I don't think that's something you should hype up yourself to experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can have an argument with somebody, but fight fair, right?
Yeah.
So you can still argue with somebody and still be respectful of them too. And I do believe, based on how a man feels about you, they will still respect you even in an argument. Because you ever hear some couples when they're arguing, they're like, babe, don't talk to me like that. They're still calling babe. They're still saying,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they'll be fine. She did mention that she is concerned that her father might not he's not down for this process, and so she's hoping that, because I think she does want her dad's validation, so I think that's what it'll come down to, her dad's blessing of how she will move forward in the relationship. But I think overall they will be fine. Laura and Jeremy, wow, I'm not a fan of Jeremy. I find he's an intelligent guy, but I think he's an intelligent guy, but he comes across very immature. And he's very, I don't like silly guys. Like, so he's just a silly dude, And I think that works with Laura sometimes, and it doesn't work with her, because sometimes she doesn't have the headspace for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's irritating, and his ways are irritating and annoying to her.
Like when he went into the pool with the shirt on.
That was
weird.
That was weird, Layla. Like, if somebody did that, like, I'd be like, what's really going on? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would irritate me too. I'd be like, yeah, But Laura is, I find, a very headstrong woman.
Yeah.
She says what she feels. She means what she says. She's a very, I like her. She doesn't take no crap. But I think she's very, at the same time, she's
lovable.
She's lovable, but she deals with his foolishness too. Because I wouldn't. Anywho, so he showed her a DM that he received in his Instagram from Sarah, and he did show it to her, so it's not like he hid it, and he did heart it, so in her mind that left the door open, and I believe Sarah saw it as an opening for her to invite him to come out and meet up, which was a huge mistake for Jeremy, because to me, there's no going back from that now. He left his house at 10 o'clock, Layla, and did not return till 5 a.m. How do you explain that? You can't explain that.
Right?
Where were you? No, dear. No. I don't even think Tim Hortons has fresh donuts at that time. Right? No.
No place is open.
No,
maybe
dear.
McDonald's, but
maybe for the. I don't even think they're serving breakfast. Maybe you might get a little light coffee
or a nugget.
Yeah, no, dear. Yeah, no. I don't know where Laura's gonna go from, because her instinct has kicked in, and once a woman's instinct has kicked in, you're a wrap, because she doesn't even believe you. She doesn't even believe your story, and the way she was speaking, she was just letting him fall into the hole, because to me, she already had the information. He told her he was at some place, and she was like, no, you weren't. You were on the north side where Sarah lives. So she already knew where he was, dear. Yeah, so I think she's done. I think that's a wrap. I don't think we'll be seeing them in the next. I think she's wrapped it up. She's done. And the problem is, this is the problem with men. Some women too. Men believe the grass is greener on the other side. That's their mindset. And I think it's unknown to him. And the problem is, because he knows who Laura is. Laura's not going to take his foolishness. I don't think he actually wants a woman like that. I think he does want a submissive woman, somebody who he has control over, and he does not have control over Laura. At all, yeah. So I think I think that's why he's trying to see if how it would work with Sarah. Yeah, so this is another couple gone downhill. That's a wrap. Who is the last couple?
Kenneth and Brittany.
Ooh, Kenneth and Brittany. First of all, I will say this. From in the pods, I found Kenneth dry like chips. Would you agree?
Yeah.
He has no personality. I didn't get what drew her. I think it was his, how he phrases things and how he speaks. But I think maybe that's what drew in Brittany. But I knew his personality was dry. When they actually met up, I think Brittany's mindset was, I already fell in love with this guy in the pod. But I definitely could feel that she dated black men before, but he definitely was not her type.
Yeah.
Definitely was not her type. But what I find is so interesting, though, don't you think that he moves like he's the prize?
Yeah, he does.
He thinks he's the one that's great, or the hot one in the relationship. When you're in a relationship where the guy thinks he's the prize, that's a problem. That's a problem. Then another factor, you have black and white issue. Brittany seems to have a full understanding of what she can't relate because she's white, but she has an understanding what it's like to be dating a black man. She understands
to be in an interracial
relationship. She's been with black men before. I think the problem is that he has never been with a white woman. So that plays a major problem in their relationship, because I think that he's more concerned with how his friends and families will look at him now that he is dating a white woman. And that's a major
downfall for him.
Downfall. If you're more concerned with how people will view your relationship, it will never work. I felt everything she said to him was valid. She said to him, I'm not feeling a pull toward you. I'm not feeling anything that draws me to you. Keep in mind, yes, because of his actions. Every woman will fall into line with a man that is doing the right thing. You will automatically fall into line, because we always respect a man that's doing the right thing. Always. So I think, she was pulling away because his words were never lining up with his actions. Can you imagine? This man comes home at 5 something in the morning, and she was like, yeah, you came home at like 5 in the morning. And he's like, I just need to know that, you're not going to hold these moments that it's happened one time against me.
100%.
Yeah. And then he said, because he had to get his hair braided, and then he had to go on a little lunch with friend.
And 5 in the morning?
He didn't go at 5 in the morning, but to me, you're not even making sense, sir. Sir, sit down. You and your twist need to go and sit down. Yeah, I'm fully on board. I hope Brittany finds, because to me, I find she's a beautiful girl. She's very poised, classy. I hope she does find an amazing guy.
Better than him.
Kenneth, he's not the one. I don't even know if he's ready to be in a relationship. To me, I think he came on the show, and every time he spoke, he sounded like a politician. Are you in a relationship, or are you trying to be on, like, you're
trying
running
to be elected?
What are you doing, sir? No, he's not the one. And sir, you're not the prize. You have to go work on yourself. You're not the prize. You're not for everybody. You're not everybody's cup of tea. And that's probably the reason why you went on a show like this, because
you probably can feel special.
Yeah. So, because in the real world, it wasn't working for him. But yet, he had an opportunity. He found a great girl. And it's like, even when she was crying, this guy was just on his phone scrolling.
Wow.
No emotion. Then he just called his friend. He's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. It's like, sir, bye.
Who does
that? Inside, you feel like garbage.
Yeah.
Because she basically told you, I'm not into you. I'm not feeling you. So his ego stepped in and he was like, whoa. Yeah, so he had to make it seem like,
I need to go somewhere. I don't have time for this.
yeah, I don't have time for, but you know he's hurting.
Yeah.
That's how these black men are. Anyway, yeah, so that's my recap. I had to run that recap. I mean, to be honest, I'm loving this season. It's more, the couples, I think, I like each couple, to be honest, as individuals.
Yeah, they're all really nice.
Yeah, I like I like this season.
Maybe not Kenneth, but-
last season, not as much. I don't think we will get a lot of yeses at the altar.
I don't think so.
No, I think we might get one, which is Johnny and Amy, and that's it. But overall, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it for what it is. So
I can't wait to see like the day before the wedding and the wedding to see how it plays out. Because you know they'll be like fully on board, but then when they get up there, they're like freaking out and they just say no.
yeah, you know that's all editing though.
Yeah.
They like to pump us up as viewers, and then we're like no, and then they're like no. They, you know what's the best part? They all say I do too, and then no, they don't say I do, but
then they break up 3 months after the show. It's so annoying.
It's so annoying, so silly.
Then
like,
you end when the show finishes, you feel like, oh my god, there's such a nice couple. Then they break up 3 months later, saying it didn't work out, and they need more time to get
You don't need no more time. You should know, and that's why I told you, Layla. We said it. Love to me, it sees. It's not blind. Every little thing adds up. Everything adds up when you see the person, how they move, how they react to things. You know. It's not, love is not blind. You see. Anyways, anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we're pretty wiped out for this week's episode.
Yeah, that was a big recap, but yeah. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. This is episode 3, and we're enjoying our time here. We're loving it. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like up the video, share the video.
Follow from our Instagram for more updates on our amazing episodes. I hope you guys have a wonderful week.
Also, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We will you guys keep subscribing. We're going to keep pushing out episodes.
We're going to keep uploading for our viewers.
Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right. Thank you till next week.
Bye.
Bye.